What up, it's your Timus here. Now, with the new Dune film out, I decided to do my review for the original Dune. And of course, that premiered all the way back in 1984, directed by David Lynch. And it's a really solid sci fi movie from the 80s. Almost called David Lynch, I know he did a really decent job with this film. I mean, it's definitely one of his coolest films to date. I mean, of course, back in the 80s, they were always trying to like capitalize on the success of something like Star Wars, because of course that premiered like back in the 70s. So they were always trying to do something like similar to Star Wars, and Dune very much was a pretty much in the vein of something like Star Wars. It's pretty much Lawrence Arabia meets Star Wars in a way. And here, of course, you got Colin McLaughlin, who also later go on to appear in other David Lynch movies, such as Blue Velvet, Twin Peaks, obviously. And Colin McLaughlin, I know he was really solid in this movie. Of course, he will later go on to do some other films, obviously Showgirls. He was also in the Flintstones. I mean, he's done some really cool movies over the years, and he was so good at pretty much portraying the lead here of Paul Atreides, who's pretty much the main protagonist. You also had Virginia Madsen, who actually plays like the pretty much like the love interest here. You also had former Chucky himself, Brad Dourif, who plays like Pereiro the Vince, who's like pretty much the Arcanonin Menta. You also had a former NCIS actress Linda Hunt was also in this. You even had Kenneth McMillan, who plays the role of Vladimir Harkonnen, who, of course, is actually portrayed by Sal Skarsgård in the new one, by the way. And Sal does a really good job in the new Dune. So, yeah. I mean, for a movie that premiered back in like the 80s, the visuals was really cool. David Lynch, did such a really cool job at directing the original. I mean, the original, like, I mean, I probably even prefer the new one, to be honest, yeah, because I was more invested with the characters in this like a new Dune than I was with the original. But that does take away how good the original is. Uh, you even had the always great Max von Sydow, who plays like the character of Dr. Kynes. Sean Young, of course, was also in this. Dean Stockwell. You even had Sting. I mean, of all people, Sting is literally in this movie. I mean, he has a really decent, supporting players, and this is definitely a really decent movie worth checking out. I mean, they've been trying like before this film, they were always trying to get like some do a new Dune for like years, but of course, with the success of something like Star Wars, it was pretty much possible for them to do something like this. Of course, the 80s always had some really cool sci-fi movies. Obviously Blade Runner, Empire Strikes Back, and Dune is definitely one of the cool sci-fi movies of the 80s. This obviously the sandworm is so iconic. This scenery is really cool. It is beautiful to watch, and so yeah, I mean the original Dune, like I said, I do kind of prefer the new one because that one does has better visuals and all, but it does take away how good the original Dune is. David Lynch did such a great job at directing. I mean, David Lynch, he's always been a really cool director, whether it's something like Mulholland Drive, whether it's The Elephant Man, whether it's Twin Peaks, Blue Velvet. But Dune is definitely, on his own part, a really iconic film. And so if you guys have not really seen the original Dune, you can actually find it on HBO Max. You can find it on HBO Now, Prime Video, Vudu, Apple TV. Go watch it. You might either enjoy it or you might not enjoy it. Either way. Anyway, let me lead you guys. Have you ever watched 1984's David Lynch version of Dune? If so, what's of it? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Favorite moments, favorite scenes? And which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the original Dune or the recent remake? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simon signing out.